You ever had one of those days? Hey all, welcome to T&T Homesteading. This is Terry. As you can see, I'm down at the cabin. I've got a couple things I'm wanting to do. I did manage to get down here yesterday, not as early as I would like because of work, but I did finally get down here and I was able to go ahead and hunt for a little bit, a couple of hours there at the end of the day. I was going to try to hunt this morning, and basically there was one place I wanted to hunt. I was only going to hunt for a couple hours anyway, and I got about 20 yards from where I was going to hunt and I blew out a whole bunch of deer. So I just turned around and came back and decided I would go ahead and get started on my projects and then maybe hunt tomorrow morning and just get out there a little earlier. The project for this weekend, at least partially anyway, is I'm going to work more on getting the skirting up around the cabin. I've got 3 sides left to do. I don't know how much of those 3 sides I'm going to get done. I've had a horribly busy week at work. I mean, I know many of y'all do as well. And so I really just want to rest. But my work is all with my brain. And so doing physical labor is sometimes extremely restful for me, at least for my brain. I just have to measure and cut and screw and all that kind of stuff. It's fall finally here in Oklahoma. It's 53 degrees this morning. I think today is October the 8th, but it's 53 degrees. It was 63 in the cabin when I woke up. It's just beautiful. I've got coffee going, and there's nothing better than a cup of coffee out in the woods. So I really don't have a whole lot planned. I'm gonna work on the skirting. I want that done before winter gets here this year. I did get a new camera. However, I didn't make sure that it fit in the camera mount, and it doesn't. So I just ordered a new camera mount. So I got to mess with that. I'll at least have it before next weekend. Next week I'm going trout fishing, and then I'm hoping to come back out here. Well, possibly come back out here. Trout fishing's the main trip, the main thing on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So just looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to these cooler temperatures. Highs are mainly in the 70s, it looks like, for the foreseeable future. I'm going to go have some coffee and get started. We'll see how much I can get done today. So I got the framing supports up on one side. I'm getting ready to put up some insulation and put the tin on this side. And then I got to go to the store for more supplies. But let me show you what I've got so far. So it's not a whole lot, because all I'm trying to do is just put the tin up there, but there's nothing there except for the, blocks underneath it. So I've got attached 2x4s to the back 2x4 behind, or 2x6, 8, whatever's underneath there. Attached it to that, and then put a couple across the front so I can screw the tin into something and staple the insulation in place. Now once that's done, I'll take the tin and cut it to size and screw it in, and it's done. I knew I didn't have enough 2x4s to get this done. It was on my to-do list to get 2x4s before coming down here. And like I said earlier, I left work late. And so I intended to try to leave work about noon so I could get to the store and get some stuff, and it didn't happen. So I'm doing it this morning. I was hoping I had some. I had 2 full, I think 8 foot, but I've used them all up. And a few scraps, but that let me get done one whole side, which is the north side. So even if nothing else, I've got the north side and the west. Well, I guess I've got the northwest side and the northeast side done, because the cabin is set weird. I didn't set it. You think it's east-west, north-south, like most things, and it's not, and it really messes with your head sometimes. Anyway, I'm gonna get that going so I can get to the store, get back. I want this all done before this evening, and so I can get out and hunt. All right, I have the what's that stuff called? I've got my little insulation stuff up almost to the very end over there. The roll I had ran out. I've got plenty to go around the corner there. But what I did on the other side and I want to do here is I want to pull it around a corner and connect it over here. And I don't have the wood to do that yet. So I'm going to get the tin. Sorry, I'm going to get the tin to there. And then I'll stop and go get some more wood. I heard someone driving down the road and I had to go investigate just a few minutes ago. It was the one person that lives further down the road than us. You know, when no one comes down your road and all of a sudden you hear cars, you stop and you check. Well, it's looking good. I finished what I can finish without going to the store and getting some more 2x4s, so I'm getting ready to go do that. Let me show you what I've got real quick. So I've got almost this whole side done. It's just time consuming. So anyway, I'm gonna get off here and get to the store. You ever had one of those days? So I went to go get some wood, went to the hardware store. I thought they had 2x4s, they didn't. So I had to go to a town further away to get some 2x4s. I got there, lights were off. I thought it was strange. They closed at noon and I got there at noon. Luckily they sold me 6 2x4s and saved me an hour-and-a-half drive one way and a 45-minute drive back the other. Got back, started to get to work, and couldn't find the drill bit that I needed for my screws, for the screws that I've got. They're not Phillips, so I couldn't find it. So I had to go back to the other hardware store, luckily the one that's close, and they had it. So anyway, I've got one side done. I can't see, but hopefully you can. I've been dealing with rocks, but overall it looks pretty good. I've managed to not cut myself yet, so that is really good. I've already got this side framed, which is good. And I'm going to start on the other side. I'm saving the back for last. That way when the metal meets, if there's any weirdness that goes on, I want it to be in the back. I'm getting ready to start on this side. I got one slight problem though. One of my 2 batteries for my drills and my circular saw are dead. So I don't know how much more I'll get. So apparently using a handsaw takes practice and talent, because these cuts are not the cleanest. Now for what I'm trying to do, it's working great. Now part of it is those teeth. Those are some let me cut stuff. But this is the 4th one I've done. First 2 weren't bad. Of course they were shorter, and these longer ones, it's been pretty ugly. All right, well, I'm done for the day. I have daylight to keep going. I might even finish it if I kept going, but I want to hunt. So I'm going to stop. I've got tomorrow morning or tomorrow afternoon. I can finish up, hopefully, if the battery holds out. But anyway, let me show you what I got done. As I showed you earlier, I've already got this side done. So this actually gets me all my north side, northeast and northwest. And here on the east side, I've got the boards in place to put the trim work on. And then on my south side, I've got 2 sections done. I just have to cut and screw in this side, and then I can put in my my wrap and then start cutting the tin. Not a bad day's work. I'd have got more done if I didn't have to drive all over the place. I still haven't found the drill bit. I really expected after buying a new drill bit I would find the original one, but that didn't happen either. So I'm done for right now. Gonna go change and see if I can't get a deer tonight. Unless I get a deer, I guess my next video will be tomorrow. Talk to y'all later.